Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas History Roundup for September 15th. In 1829, President Vicente R. Guerrero emancipated all slaves in commemoration of Mexican independence. Friends of Stephen F. Austin in Mexico quickly secured an exemption for his colony in Texas. In 1840, James Hamilton, an agent of the Republic of Texas who had broad diplomatic powers, negotiated a treaty of commerce with Holland. This was Hamilton's first of several successes, and no other foreign diplomat of the Republic served with greater distinction. In 1858, the first Butterfield overland mail stagecoaches left San Francisco for St. Louis, and St. Louis for San Francisco, a route of about 2,800 miles. The Texas portion crossed the Red River northeast of Sherman and exited at Franklin, which was El Paso. An act of the U.S. Congress in 1857 had authorized a contract to carry letter mail twice weekly in both directions, by coaches or spring wagons suitable for passengers, and required the trip to not exceed 25 days. Service was discontinued in Texas on March 1st, 1861, when the route shifted due to the outbreak of the War for Southern Independence. In 1883, UT Austin formally opened. In 1839, the Texas Congress had approved legislation that set aside land in West Texas to endow 2 universities. In 1858, the legislature appropriated 50 leagues of land and committed $100,000 in U.S. bonds, but further action was delayed by the War for Southern Independence. Texas A&M opened on October 4, 1876, 7 years earlier. In 1891, Caterino Garza initiated the short-lived Garza War when he led a group of 26 men across the Rio Grande into Texas near Meyer in Tamaulipas and proclaimed the Plan Revolucionario. Garza was a Mexican journalist living in Texas who was revolting against the corrupt Porfirio Diaz government. Fearing a border war, U.S. troops and Texas Rangers were sent to the area in December and early 1892, and their presence neutralized the threat. In 1896, the crash at Crush occurred 15 miles north of Waco. This planned train wreck was staged by William Crush, an agent for the Missouri, Kansas, and Texas Railroad. A grandstand and a bandstand were built, and a restaurant was available. $2 bought a ticket from anywhere in the state, and over 40,000 spectators arrived. Crush appeared on a white steed, and on a signal at 5 p.m., engines 999 and 1001 sped towards each other. They collided in a thunderous crash, causing boilers to explode and metal fragments to be ejected. 3 spectators were killed and 6 injured. By nightfall, Crush, Texas, had ceased to exist. The Katy settled claims with cash and lifetime rail passes. Crush was fired, but was later rehired and worked for the Katy, which was the railroad, until his retirement. Scott Joplin's Great Crush Collision commemorated the event. In 1969, Dr. Denton Cooley and his associates in Houston performed the first heart and lung transplant on the same patient. The 2-month-old patient died of respiratory problems 14 hours later. Cooley had performed the first U.S. heart transplant 16 months earlier. And in 1999, 47-year-old Larry G. Ashbrook interrupted a teen prayer rally in Wedgwood Baptist Church. Spouting anti-Baptist rhetoric, he opened fire with a semi-automatic handgun and a revolver, reloading several times during the shooting. 7 people were killed, 4 of whom were teenagers. 3 people suffered major injuries while 4 others received minor wounds. After a confrontation with a member of the group, Ashbrook shot himself. He had severe psychotic issues, and this was considered a religious hate crime. Oh, well, I don't remember that happening. I'm surprised only 7 people were killed. But I will say something about so-called hate crimes. There is no such thing as a hate crime. It's just a crime. You know, you shoot someone, you shoot someone. You kill someone, you murder them, you murder them. In the end, it doesn't matter what was in your mind. The result was that you killed someone. So adding these additional labels and stuff serves no purpose. And it's not a crime to think something. It's just a crime to act against someone else. But I'm off my soapbox. I hope you enjoyed that Texas History Roundup for September 15th, and hope to see you back tomorrow on that one. Let us know what you think. If you're liking these roundups, we'll definitely keep doing them, and hopefully you're learning something. Maybe you're picking up a book or doing a little more research on one of these little nuggets or some things that have happened in the past of Texas history. So, all right, with that, we will catch you on the next one. You take care.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.